Okay, so what would you say is probably the most iconic movement when it comes to fitness? For a lot of people, that'd be the press up. Now, the perception around the press up is it's the most basic movement for upper body strength. Working through, you do your press ups, you build strength in the upper body, great movement. It is, however, as long as you're doing it right. Now, I could show you straight away how to do a press up in the correct form and to do it the most effective way of making progress. However, when starting out, you don't have the strength to do a press up. It's quite a complex movement and there's a lot of mechanics in play you have to work through. So to start with, the same with everything, you regress the movement, you work your way up. I'm just going to show you a few movements, how to build up strength and progress up and eventually gaining your press up. So first one, bit of kit we'll need. I'm sure every single one of you have one, and it's a chair. Now chairs are going to be designed in a way mostly that the points on the chair are about shoulder width apart, which is perfect, so your hands are going to be in a good position. We're going to place our hands on the corner of the chair. We're going to have our chest directly above your hands. Keep your core straight, keep a nice straight line in the back. Now, by having this incline, it's going to take a lot of the weight out of the movement, so we don't need as much strength, and you can build up and you can just practice movement. Core tight, back straight. From here, elbows are going to bend out to a 45 degrees. So as your chest goes down to the chair, your elbows are out, 45 degree here. Now they're not parallel to your shoulder joint here, and they're not perpendicular down here. It's a 45 degree angle in the movement. Hands in the chair, core tight, back straight, chest down, all the way to the chair, full range of motion, and then locking out. Down, full range of motion, and then locking out. Now, once you've progressed through that movement and you've mastered it and it's super easy and you're going through, only then are you ready to move on. So it's not that you practice it until you can do it right, it's practice it until you cannot do it wrong. Then you're ready to move on to the next stage. From there, we're going to move the chair out of the way. You're just going to need a space of floor. We're going to go through that press up movement, parallel to the floor, however we're going to take the weight out of it by dropping onto our knees. Now, I know a lot of you will be doing the press ups on your knees. I see it done wrong so many times. There's no way to progress from it. Now, what do I see? I see hips bent, bum stuck in the air, and nose to the floor there. That's not the correct movement, so you're never going to be able to work that up to your press up, and it's not building enough strength because you're not putting your body under enough stress. So, hands, shoulder width apart, chest above your shoulders, knees back to the point where you've got a straight line through your body, from your shoulders to your hips to your knees. From there, you're going to go down, chest in line with your palms, not your face. Only part that touch the floor are your knees, your hands, and then your chest, not your hips, not your nose. Down, elbows at a 45 degree angle, chest to the floor. From there, pushing up. Keeping the core engaged, keeping a nice tight core, keep the spine up, and pushing through. Again, work through that movement. Once you've mastered it and you cannot get it wrong, it's super easy. Then we move to a full press up. From here, similar movement, pretty much the exact same, except from your knees or off the floor. Start with the feet wider, and as you get used to it, move them closer. Straight line from your shoulders to your hips, to your knees, to your feet. From there, head goes in front of your hands, chest in line with your palms. From there, pushing up. Hips and nose do not touch the floor. Down, work up. By keeping your elbows at 45 degree angles, you're going to get most optimal chest activation and a lot stronger. Imagine your car's broken down and you need to push it away. What's the most natural movement? Here, elbows behind the wrist, push them through, and elbows at a 45 degree angle. You don't push like this, you drive there. So it's going to be the best way to engage the most strength. Let's give that a go and see how you get on.